Gentlemen, welcome to our session. In this session, we will be talking about the future trends in the digital finance area. So I have three distinguished panelists for the panel. I don't want to steal the show from them, so I will be kicking off the panel very, very fast. So guys, welcome to the panel. It's a great pleasure to host you today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let me start with you, Burak Bey. We have been talking a lot about digital finance, and we have been talking a lot about trends that are shaping the future of digital finance and finance as a whole. So, if I may ask, can you name a normal and less obvious current or emerging trend that will shape the future of digital finance in the next 10 years, for instance?
All right.
Such a complicated question, but floor is yours.
Thank you very much for the question. Actually, how can I start? Artificial intelligence and the machine learning are almost among the fastest growing technologies in fintech markets right at the moment. I'd like to share some statistics with you. For example, outcome of the PwC report, 85% of the fintech companies actually already make use of AI in their daily processes.
85%?
85%. This is the outcome of PwC report. And also 77%, based on the outcome of the same report, 77% of the financial institutions are also aiming to deepen the use of AI in the next 3 years.
So there is a significant trend carrying AI on the way.
Yeah, they do think like this. Because of this reason, if I start with the AI part, then I can categorize the usage of AI in 4 groups.
Okay.
Let me call it like this. The first one, right at the moment, we especially see the huge impact of AI on the formation of credit scoring processes.
Okay.
Right at the moment. And secondly, as we already know, AI also improves customer experience by the personalized services and the offers. Thirdly, we do use also AI on detection of the fraudulent transactions and also the management of the financial services. And the fourth, of course, the operational efficiency part. For example, automation of the routine tasks. And what does it do? It decreases the duration of the transactional times over there. Because of this reason, we also would like to provide flawless experience to our customers. And one of our recent projects with that purpose was Sipay business portal. With this portal, we offer our merchants a flexibility to see, to view and track their transactions and revenues, both from virtual POS and physical POS devices, and they can make their own analysis, detailed analysis over there. They can generate their reports, and afterwards they can make and get their money transfers, payments, and etc. Due to that reason, those are the things I can share.
Great. So you mentioned that AI and machine learning is increasing the pace of all the transactions as well as risk analysis and other kind of things. And also it is making the digital finance more holistic in the eyes of the users as well as in the eyes of the merchants. So it's quite interesting because we have been seeing the same trend. We have been writing a lot about AI as our business review. And we totally agree with you that there is a huge awareness about AI, but still it is not at the pace that we desire to see the use cases and the projects. So it will take a little bit of time, I guess. So Jonathan, what's your take about the trends that will shape the future of digital finance?
I think a lot of the trends that we see are actually stemming from the G20 goals in terms of payments, where we see that payments need to happen faster, more inclusive, transparent. And we see that then has a whole chain reaction attached to it. So if you want faster payments, you need more liquidity. If you need more liquidity, you start looking into innovative solutions, how to get the treasury happy and have intraday liquidity management. And I do agree with Mustafa also that AI can act as an enabler for all of that when it comes, for example, like credit scoring, where you can quickly do the pattern recognition, or also if you talk about faster settlement or increased net liquidity, that's where we can have machine learning patterns to really assist the humans to detect all of that. So I think it really all stems from those goals, but then has a bunch of reactions attached to it. And I think one trend that is not often talked about is everything that's happening with standardization. So all the banks focused on the ISO migration, which is already happening since years. But once we can see that all those different entities, they can agree on some common standard, that also I see that will then speed up this whole transformation of financial services.
Exactly, standardization is a very crucial topic to streamline the global acceptance and also the global adoption of digital finance. And I think we are taking a little bit of lag on that, but the progress seems to be positive at the end. Mustafa Bey, just tell us about TKPAY for a while, because it's relatively a new company, and then I would like to hear your perspective about the trends.
Okay, thank you for having me here. As you said, we are new, that's why I want to talk about TKPAY first. So TKPAY is Turkish Airlines electronic money and payment services company. And TKPAY founded late 2023, and we were officially granted our licenses by Central Bank of Turkey this March. So why TKPAY? Why Turkish Airlines decided to enter this market? I think the main reason is basically unlocking the huge financial potential behind Turkish Airlines and aged customer base. And I mean not only airlines and aviation, the entire travel ecosystem. So that's the main reason. Last year alone, Turkish Airlines carried over 80 million customers globally and to more than 200 destinations. And that's huge. And as TKPAY, we studied these journeys, and we found out that each travel, before travel, during the travel, and after travel, there are like 50 different activities, and many of them involves financial transactions.
Okay.
And basically, that's our mission. We want to embed financial transaction into these flows. We want to do it very smoothly. I'm referring to the previous talk. I want this to be really invisible. I want to provide a really high customer experience. We want to improve customer experience. So what are the products that we are working on, that we are developing? First, we are developing a closed loop and open loop wallets that our customer will reach through Turkish Airlines and agents, mobile applications and websites. And we are developing PayFac services for our corporate clients from travel industry, and also we are developing corporate services like B2B wallets. Now we are in pilot phase. We are piloting our products closed in Turkish Airlines and close to Turkish Airlines employees. And I think in the coming months, we will launch our services in Turkey to our consumers late this year.
Right. Maybe I will ask more about this in the second round, but how about the trends?
The trends, there are many trends, I think, that affects our industry, but I think two key trends will have a major impact. One is embedded finance, again. I think the pace, we will keep the pace, the growth. If you want, I can give some more detail, but if I don't have time,
Okay, let's save it for the second round, but okay.
And the second one is AI, as Burak mentioned, and especially I think hyper-personalization will be our top topic in the coming years.
Okay, great. So what I heard from the first round is that there is a significant trend on AI and machine learning, but these trends are stemming from some other micro trends, which I see that like the consumers' expectations are also increasing as well. As you mentioned, Mustafa Bey, there are transactions during the experiences, and transactions are always frictions. So what we should do is create a zero friction experience where it is seamless, where it is unseen, where it is truly embedded. So AI is giving us a lot of opportunity about hyper-personalization, risk assessment, and proactive actions in order to do that. So I think it's going to be a really, really good leverage for the digital finance, maybe an opener of a new era, if we may say. So, secondly, briefly, guys, Mustafa Bey, you have mentioned, but maybe you can go a little bit deep down on that. But Burak Bey, can you just tell us a little bit what Sipay does nowadays, and what is the main pillars of your value proposition now? What projects are you working on?
Okay. Thank you very much again. Sipay is the next generation fintech company that set out with the vision of redesigning the payment services to connect individuals and businesses for the future of the finance. And in 2024, we reached a transaction volume of $7.5 billion, which means, which is more or less 4.5 times increase or growth compared with the previous year.
$7.5 billion. All right.
And on top of it, in only just 9 months' time, we the Sipay managed to increase its evaluation 6 times, and again managed to secure its second investment round, led by Elephant VC. I'd like to stress that part over here because one of the Revolut's co-founders was also on the table on that round over there. Today, what we try to do is we serve more or less 6 million digital wallets, around 300,000 individuals, and over 50,000 merchants. But right at the moment, we would like to expand our operations also abroad. As a strong technology provider originating in Turkey, we would like to go outside of Turkey, and with that purpose, we are stepping into GCC and CIS regions for that purpose.
So things seems to be going well for Sipay, as much as I see from the numbers. Jonathan, so can you just briefly tell us what IntellectEU does and where are you focusing nowadays on?
Yeah, so IntellectEU is a technology service provider. We've been around for 20 years, mostly focused on payments modernization, and then digital assets and everything that comes attached to that. And then with the product really to abstract away the technical pain points for innovation. So what we see, like banks even right now, like sending over messages file-based, it's still old systems in place. So while we have that potential of innovation and getting to those faster payment goals and everything else, we see that there is some gap there in terms of the technology side. So what IntellectEU wants to focus on is really how do we accelerate that journey, that whole evolution of global markets, and really abstract away the technical pain points. So at the end of the day, we focus on what's the business value, how do we provide the best experience to the end consumer, how do we allow for that faster payments, more inclusive workflow, and still integrate with the existing systems in place. So,
Great, thank you. Mustafa, would you like to add more about what you are planning to do? Because I know that you are just at the beginning phase, so there are not very concrete projects around, but I know there are concrete plans, so...
I hope next year I will share also our results,
okay, great.
Our successful results like Burak did, but let me go deep with our product. So we are developing wallets, two wallets. One, a closed loop wallet, which will work only with Turkish Airlines and AJet, and we will provide embedded financial services there for our customers when they we will be directly integrated with booking services, with payment services of our group companies, and when people prefer to buy a ticket, I mean, if they will they will choose to pay with TKPAY, they will be able to top up to their wallets, pay with it, and earn with it, because we are planning to launch our loyalty money, which is TK Para, and when our customers will buy with TKPAY, they will get rewards for that.
Okay.
And if our customers choose to switch their accounts to open loops via a KYC, of course, with our onboardings, with our digital onboarding, then much more services will be unlocked for them. Like we will have a prepaid card, we will have QR payments, and on top we will have, not in the first days, but in the really short run, we will have financing products like BNPL products into our digital wallets. So on top of that, as I said, we are now piloting our PayFX services, and shortly we will launch this service to our travel agencies, and I think our integrations will start next month. And lastly, we are also developing a B2B wallet that will work on UATP rails. That will be a bit different from the examples in the current market, and I think we will see a significant growth and innovation there. So these are three main products that we are working on.
Great. So guys, here's the challenge for you. We have 10 minutes, so 3 minutes each for the last question. This is the challenge, but I'm sure you guys will figure it out. So as a journalist, when I was talking with a lot of CEOs, decision makers about digital finance and the digital transformation in a broader sense, we end up talking about mindsets. We end up talking about skill sets. So it is maybe easy to find tool sets, but changing mindsets and developing skill sets seems to be a very, very challenging two things that decision makers and the people who are behind these projects are trying to cope with. So what's your take on that? What will be some of the skills, or what will be some of the perspectives and mindsets that we should embed in order to achieve growth, in order to achieve progress with all those kind of trends that we are talking? So, Burak Bey.
Okay, good question.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you very much. I think I can give again lots of answers for those questions. Let me go one by one.
Sure.
Right at the moment, we see in the future of the digital finance, but I can say the collaboration and the competition will become intertwined.
Okay.
What I mean with this, we may be competitors together, but tomorrow we can be business partners. Due to that reason, a mind shift needs to be done over there. We need to be flexible at that point, and we need to change our mindset as business partners. That was the first of
Okay. So it's a co-opetition. Cooperation and competition at the same time.
Very good. And on top of it, how you tell your product to your customer is going to be critical over there. To use a fresh and simple language is critical over there. Of course, we are technology companies, and as technology companies, we do offer services to our customers. But, okay, providing something is good, but on the other hand, to get the customer's trust is also another subject at that point. On the other hand, I should also add one point over there. Every day, new technologies pops up, and they come up on our table over there. I always say that we shouldn't be defensive for these technologies. We should first taste it and try to understand it. And if it's okay, then we can also adapt it to our products. Those are the important, for me, those are the most important three skills.
So co-opetition, trust and telling the value proposition in a simple way, and then experimentation. Maybe we can summarize that. So Jonathan?
That was a perfect summary.
Yeah, he's consuming all the answers, so you guys are suffering from finding some.
No, but there's actually a text from my friend, and he was saying, like, we're not digitizing money, but we're digitizing the mechanisms of financial trust.
Okay.
And that has to do with, okay, how does the culture work inside of the financial services? How do we connect that with the innovation angle, as you mentioned, where also I agree competition is important. Taxonomy is also important, and I think there what we should focus on is compliance first. But that comes from both ways. That's understanding from a technology provider, what are the concerns, why is regulation in place from the regulation side as well, what is currently hindering, how do we work together. So I would extend the competition to really more the regulator itself. And again, it's really about that financial trust. How do we digitize that? My grandma, she doesn't like digital. She has everything in cash. She prints everything out. So that's why I think also to your point, we should make those solutions hidden as possible. If in the background we use AI or blockchain or quantum, the end consumer should really care about the experience. And we should focus on the background, how do we make it work and really provide the best.
Right. Let me tell you a very funny story. My daughter is now studying at college in the US, and I was just sending her some money, of course, digitally. And then once I was visiting her, I just gave her cash, $100 bill. And she said, Daddy, if I just present this $100 cash, they will think that I'm a drug dealer because nobody is using $100 banknotes nowadays. So it is all digital. And the mechanisms is going to be digitalized as well. So, Mustafa Bey?
So I can think of two key drivers. One is tech expertise, I think. At TKPAY, like 70% of our staff now is tech personnel. But I think even our lawyers should get familiar with technology, with AI, with analytical tools. Because I think in the near future, maybe most of the workflows will be fully automated or will be augmented by AI, by analytical tools. So I think both businesses and professionals should develop their skills to get better, to use these products, to benefit from these products. So I think this is the first one. And the second one is the customer-centricity. As most of you know, one of the key principles of Amazon as well. I really believe in that because I think we should be really close to our customers. We should make sure that we observe how our customers interact with our products, how they use our products, what are their complaints, their pain points, really observe them, and then considering our observation, we should hypothesize some solutions, innovations. Then, as you said, Burak, we should test them, and if it works, if that needs the demand, then we should make sure that this solution reaches all of our customer base. So. And I think that businesses should develop their rituals to make sure that customers always stays in the center of each product decision, each business decision. So that's the second key driver I see for the coming years.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us and sharing your insights. What I have heard from the conversation is that, ladies and gentlemen, when we look at the trends, we see AI and machine learning is the leading trend because at the end of the day, we are talking about customer expectations and providing seamless experience, frictionless experience to customers. So AI and machine learning has a huge potential to enable it. And then these companies are working very hard for providing services and solutions around this. And finally, regarding the skills and mindsets, we see that co-opetition, cooperating with your competitors are really strong, gaining trust, communicating the value proposition, digitalizing mechanisms, compliance, tech expertise, and customer centricity seems to be the main areas. So when you just consider the whole picture, it's not an easy equation to solve, but at the end of the day, we are just entering to a new era where with AI, machine learning, and with the data-enabled technologies, we will be finding a lot of different solutions to wicked problems, if I may say. So it's going to be a really, really interesting era for the digital finance industry. Thank you very much for being with us and listening to us. Appreciate it. So I am leaving the stage to our great MC, if he is around. Please.